Well, good afternoon for me. It's 3 o'clock, almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I hope everybody's doing well. It's another great day, and I've got a whole bunch of tokens that I need to get rid of. So I am hoping that we'll get some of you guys in here. Let's give you a few minutes to start jumping in, and then we can start playing around. Let me get uh, let me get my system here all set up. Share the screen. Do the entire thing. Boom. We'll get that taken care of there. Drop this down. I'll leave it here so I can see the time. All right. We are ready to go. Let's see. What are we going to play with today? So I did have a little bit of fun. I started messing around with my prompt generator, trying to get it to work again and work right. I've kind of got it going a little better, but I haven't seen what any of these things. I just put in cyborg, Wild West, and armadillo. I wanted to see what just random words um, would look like. Let's do an artistic image. I've kind of had fun with those today. So let's see what we get here. I don't know why they bracket this. I mean, I understand the bracket part and why it's necessary, but why bracket the whole damn thing? And I don't understand why there's quotes on everything. That's kind of ridiculous as well. Oh, that's ought to be a good one, huh? H.R. Geiger, art inspirations are H.R. Geiger and Clint Eastwood. Those are two names I think I would have never seen together in my life. I'm very interested in seeing what this is going to do now. An enigmatic cyborg outlaw roaming the cyber enhanced Wild West desert, adorned with armadillo inspired cybernetic enhancements. Surrealism with steampunk elements. Art inspirations are H.R. Geiger and Clint Eastwood, as we said. Uh, Wide angle lens for dramatic perspective. High angle shot, isometric assets, Unreal Engine render, sepia tone, nostalgic, dusty sunset lighting. Let's leave it on dynamic. I've got everything set here, version 3 of Prompt Magic. Turned all the way up for prompt strength up to 65. I've got my basic 3-2 layout here, doing a landscape image. We're sitting at 8,400, so we're not doing too bad. We've still got 4 days to get rid of 8,400. Let's drop 32 of them right now. See what comes up. So 32 tokens is going to give us 8 images. Let's see if there's anybody out there yet. No, I don't see anybody here yet. Come on. This takes about 40 to 50 seconds when there's 8 of them. I need to get one of those little machines where you just hit a button and it runs a little pre-programmed deal and it have it be the Jeopardy thing. Ding 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 ding. That'd be pretty funny. Whoa. Okay. That's pretty heavy metal, I'd like to say. Very crazy. Pretty intense. We just did today's theme on the Discord for Leonardo was biomechanical animals. So that would have worked there as a biomechanical animal, Mr. Armadillo. I'll show you a few that I've been doing. There have been some really good ones. Some really good ones. Just scroll through them. You can stop at any time if you see something you like. Some really good ones. That one's pretty neat there. Good job, also. Very cool. There's one of D's. D loves using this watercolor background, and I think it just looks absolutely amazing. Got a thing for sloths as well. A lot of really cool ones. Oh, somebody else did an octopus. I did an octopus earlier. I called it the Clocktopus because it came out very steampunk looking, and it looked like it had a couple of clocks. Let's see if I can find it here. It's one of my last. There it is. The Clocktopus. Very cool. So yeah, we had some fun today, and this thing goes on for 24 hours. It gets updated about 10 o'clock in the morning on my time, mountain time. It's about 10 in the morning, and that gives me pretty much all day at work to be able to do whatever I want with it. I'm pretty quick about it though. I get them done pretty fast. Let's see, what else are we going to do here? It's kind of weird how that is a different size there. You notice that? Like this is full. It's all the way up, and this one's just squared off like that. Yeah, Leo's having a few issues. It's got to be this browser. Firefox just kicking butt. All right, well, let's pick another few words and see if see what we can get. Actually, you know what? Let's try this. I know they have these random word generators. Let's do one. Random, if I could spell, random word generator. Hold this up. We want 3 words. Just because, I mean, we don't have to have 3 words, but let's just do 3 words because 3 seems to be a little bit more random, right? I mean, yeah, like cylinder, tool, and player. I don't see how that can be something, but I'm sure it will. I'm sure Discord, Chat GPT. I'll get it out eventually. I'm sure Chat GPT will figure something out with it. Let's see what that does. I got it working quicker now because I started a new chat. I guess the other chat was just way too big. So much information in it that it was just bogging it down. So let's see. Here's our 4 prompts: cylinder, tool, and player. Let's start with this photorealistic one here. Oops. Again, we've got this. I don't get it. I don't want it. It's unnecessary. All of that is unnecessary. So this is something that I'm going to have to go in and try and figure out why it's doing, because this is just going to annoy me. There we go. A polished brass cylinder held in the hand of a skilled craftsman, gleaming with intricate engravings and fine craftsmanship. Realistic precision engineering, vintage aesthetics, Canon EF 50mm, f1.4 lens, close-up shot, studio lighting for fine details, highly detailed, warm ambient lighting. And let's put this in photography. We're at 6.5. We're good to go. And let's blow through another 32. See what we can get here. What are we going to get? Come on, come on. Give me that jackpot. Give me that jackpot. Here it comes. Okay. It's not in the hands of a skilled craftsman, but it sure is pretty. I can tell a skilled craftsman made it. kind of okay. It's got weird bones and stuff going on there. Hands, man, hands. Every time. It's ish. It's just a really long thumb. Hands. Got to figure out the hands. All right. Well, let's see what the other ones were. An abstract representation of a cylinder, transformed into a mythical tool by a magician, surrounded by ethereal elements and mysterious symbols. Abstract expressionism, art inspiration, Salvador Dali and Houdini. Fisheye lens for a surreal perspective, extreme close-up shot, isometric assets, surreal lighting, dreamy surreal colors. Nah. Cylinder-shaped device, a wooden cylinder. Nah. I don't really want to see any cylinders. Let's do another set here. Merit, proposal, and guest. Let's see what we can get. Merit, proposal, and guest. Being handed over to a distinguished guest. Calligraphy and wax seals. Holographic interfaces. And none of these really. Ethereal path leading a guest through a mystical forest of opportunities. All right, this one sounds interesting. I'll have to get rid of all the quotation marks again. A symbolic representation of merit as a glowing ethereal path leading a guest through a mystical forest of opportunities. Surrealism, with art inspirations of Salvador Dali. Achievement symbolism. Wide-angle lens for a dreamy perspective. High-angle shot. Isometric assets. Dreamy lighting. Dreamlike mystical colors. Soft, glowing light. Behold. Oh, wait, this isn't going to be a photograph. We'll put it on dynamic. Behold. Excuse me. What are we going to come up with? Just here in a second. Here we go. Okay. Wow. Beautiful. Do you get the feeling of opportunity? They're gorgeous. Very cool. Oh, one more. Very cool. Got two more, or a whole nother set coming up here. Don't be shy. As soon as you come in, start yelling out words in the chat there so I can. That one's kind of cool there, isn't it? That's really cool, actually. But yeah, put some words in the chat there so I can use those to come up with something cool. And if they're images that you like, I'll stick them out on my Google Drive and you can download them and do with them whatever you'd like. Make a t-shirt or, yeah, whatever you'd like. Very cool. All right, let's try 3 more words. Relate, episode, and establish. Let's see what we get. Sorry, got the hiccups now. Vintage television set showing episodes from a classic series, establishing a sense of nostalgia, realistic television history, retro style. A Nikon? I think that should be Nikon. Huh. Nostalgic family photo. Sepia tone woods, pictures of loved ones. That one's kind of cool. Let's see what that does. See if it'll actually make a photo book or album, however you call it. Get rid of all these. I don't know why it's doing this. It's just driving me crazy. And last ones. All right, a nostalgic family photo album open to a cherished episode with sepia-toned pictures of loved ones, realistic family memories, vintage aesthetics, Canon EF 50mm f1.4 lens, close-up shot, soft ambient light for a warm feel, highly detailed sepia-toned photos. So let's turn this into a photography and see what happens. Here goes another 32. And if you'd like to see what photoreal looks like, that's this one here. It's in beta as well. So it's only available for subscribed users and subscription plan based. And if you want, we can turn this on. That'll turn alchemy still. It'll leave alchemy on, but it has to turn prompt magic off. We'll leave the depth of field at low, but you can change it from low, medium, or high. And let's see what that does. I'll give one of each, low, medium. I got to let a couple of them generate first. There we go. Okay. Do the next one. And then I'll get it up to high. Save that. Whoa. Come on, there you go. Much the same. Yeah, that one's pretty good there. A few little facial mishaps, but that one doesn't look too bad. Let's see what we get on this last one. It's interesting to see the Christmas tree in the back there. If that's what that is. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah, those aren't too bad. Cool. Do we have any in here yet? No. No words yet. Still waiting. Let's get some more here. Create random words. Work, plan, nail. All right, work, plan, and nail. Let's see what this comes up with. Skilled carpenter at work. meticulously planning and measuring before driving a nail into a finely crafted piece of wood. An abstract representation of a plan coming together, depicted as a surreal landscape where nails serve as stepping stones for a figure navigating through chaos. Okay, that sounds good. It's not a dude driving a nail. Here we go with these things again. I might just switch it up to another chat that I have, and maybe it won't have this issue. I tried a few of them today, trying to get it to work correctly. Let's see. Turn that off. Get this. Got that right. We got to turn prompt magic on. It's already at 65. Cool. All right. What do we want this as? This is going to be an abstract representation. So let's do this as an illustration and see what comes up. Let's see here. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Do, 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 ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Come on. I wonder if I'm going to get a copy strike for doing the Jeopardy theme song in hum. Okay. These are quite interesting. I don't really understand the concept of it, though. It doesn't tell a story quite like I'd like it to. Interesting, though. Very interesting. Let's see if we can do an armadillo. Biomechanical armadillo. Biomechanical. That's right. Yeah. Tell me I can't spell. See what that one's going to do. It's got some steampunk in it, I saw. Oh, yeah, I was going to switch from this. Darn it. I'll get there. Let's see what we got here. Steampunk. Oop. Jules Verne. This ought to be pretty neat. Illustration. Let's go dynamic. See what we get. Very cool. Very cool. $20 or so. Come on, surprise us. Give us everything we're looking for. Oh, yeah, I think it did that. What do you think? Looks quite armadillo-like. I wish it had the bands, though. None of them do. That one's probably the closest. Still pretty cool. I remember being a kid and chasing after them damn things when we'd go camping out in East Texas. Good times. They're quick little boogers. Don't let them get in the hole because you'll never get them out. Even if you have a hold of them, they'll never come out. They'll just claw in and you'll just never get them. I speak through experience. Let's see what if we can find one that's a little more bio and mechanical, because that one was strictly mechanical. Okay, now we're in a laboratory. I don't know what a Nikkor is, but I'm going to leave it because I'm pretty stupid. Yeah, see, I don't think that's a real thing. I'm going to do Nikon. Yeah, I'm pretty stupid when it comes to photography. I don't really know a lot about cameras. I don't even really take pictures with my phone. I'm just not really a picture guy until these. Let's see what that does. That's yeah. Let's see what this is going to do. I kind of want to see what the what a photorealistic one like this, a lifelike biomechanical. Let's see what that one's going to do. While this one's rendering out. Biomechanical armadillo, set against a natural desert backdrop, blending seamlessly with its surroundings. Realistic, wildlife photography, high-tech integration, Canon EF 100mm f2.8 lens, no idea what that means. Close-up shot, natural lighting for authenticity, highly detailed camouflage effect. Okay, we're getting closer. It's still no bio. It's mostly just metal. Actually, it's all just metal. I'm not seeing any. Well, maybe a little bit, huh? That's some skin there, some armadillo scales. We're getting there. That was one I just opened, huh? Yeah, and that's more brass or bronze. We're getting there. All right, let's see what the lifelike one was. Let's put this one on photography and see what happens. This one, at least this one has the bands going a little bit more. So does that one. And there. Getting closer. $38, $39, $40. There we go. Now we're getting more into the real. Still a little strange, but yeah, I don't know any armadillos that have spikes like that. They're hairy. Some of them got some hairs coming off them. That's pretty cool there. I wish the eye was there and only had one nose. That's pretty cool though. That just looks like a normal armadillo there. Pretty sweet. Well, let's see. Surreal biomechanical. I'm getting out of this thing. Let's try this one. This one sucks though too because it throws everything into one VB block, but that's okay. We'll deal with this one. I can copy paste out of this pretty easily. Just having fun with that double exposure thing. That was another one we had today in the. Well, it's actually more like a weekly theme. And I did a double exposure of a soldier and a city backdrop, kind of a play on, being a soldier and then having to deal with going back to civilian life. Um, and they turned out all right. I'll show you here. I have to get into my personal feed. I think a lot of them turned out okay. Like these. Yeah, it's a pretty cool image. That juxtaposition of being in the crap and then going home and not allowed to be in the crap anymore. That's what I was trying to go for anyway. Some of it turned out all right. Others just, yeah, that's just kind of weird with the whole camo on the face thing, but it is what it is. I was trying to do some with the Star Wars universe as well. And some of them turned out pretty good. Some of them not so much. As you can see, it takes a little while to get the images that you're looking for. There's another few I thought were pretty cool. Biomechanical giraffe. Pretty neat. And again, some of them didn't come out biomechanical. I mean, some of them were just normal giraffes. It's still a beautiful image, but not one that I could use for today's theme. Now, granted, I'm going to save that because I can guarantee that I will end up using that on something else. They're beautiful images. And that one as well, absolutely gorgeous. And they have all their, well, this one's got a weird tail thing going on here, but that's easily fixed. And they have all their legs, not any extras. I also did another phoenix rising up out of the ashes. Biomechanical, of course. And I was doing even more biomechanical ones like this one. But I don't know. I just didn't like the wings as much. They didn't give off that biomech feel like that first one did. Yeah, toucan clock, or toucan cam, what I called it. Pretty cool. And a crazy dog creature. Pretty wild. Other than that, I've just been tooling around, having fun. I wanted to see a knight in shining armor kind of thing in an ethereal light. Didn't really work how I wanted it, but they're still decent images. Beautiful birds. Weird butterfly that can be fixed, but still a pretty decent image. Oh, missing a leg there. Thought this one was pretty good. Got to fix the surfer up a little bit, and the board looks kind of crappy, but other than that, it's a pretty decent image. That guy is just going to eat his face quickly. So yeah, I've just been having a lot of fun shooting a bunch of stuff out there. Pretty neat. Stormy weather, tons of lightning. Another there. Yeah, absolutely beautiful stuff. Some more things I was having fun with. It's just really pretty. Really pretty. Yeah, I wanted to do the juxtaposition between fire and ice, but it just kept doing fire over ice, and it never really came out how I was wanting it. So I left that one alone. You get to a certain point. I did a few astronaut ones on Mars. I thought would be kind of cool, but you get to a certain point where you're just like, you know what? I've spent too many tokens on this. I think I'm done. Move on. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can always come back to it later. The prompts save, right? Each one of these saves exactly what it was that your prompt was, right there. And you can either copy the prompt and just go right back in and do it again, or you can hit remix. And what remix does, I'll show you here. I can't really show you with this one because that was the last image that I created from. Let me go down and pick another one here. So I'll show, well, I can't really show you that. So let's just do this one here. I'll just hit remix and it's going to open up the generation of how I had it set. It put everything in here exactly as it was when I created that last image. Now, I was messing around with my prompt magic strength. I will turn it back up to 65. Um, but other than that, I think I'll leave everything else here. So yeah, I wanted to see like this one, create a stunning double exposure artwork that combines the elements of a soldier and the civilian life. The soldier should seamlessly blend with the civilian world, appearing as if they are part of the natural landscape. Use a color palette that contrasts the camouflage colors with the abruptness of city life. Just basic stuff. There's a couple of artists here that are going to be art inspirations that I've never heard of, and you're just going to focus on the juxtaposition between the soldier and the natural environment, and and these just give out like it even changes how many that you did. So let's do 8 just to get rid of all of them, and it's going to be in vertical format, a portrait format. Let's get it in a landscape format and see how those turn out. The other ones were in a portrait format. Hey, Mike, good to see you, buddy. That's what I'm trying to do. I absolutely agree. I'm doing exactly that, trying to get on the forefront of a new technology and be able to look at these images, any image that you give me, and be able to tell, hopefully, one way or the other, whether it's AI or if it's a real image. And I think the only way that that can be done is by staring at these damn things and knowing and seeing exactly how everything is created, right? So I can go in here and look at this, I mean, and tell just by looking at it that it's made, right? Now, granted, this is an obvious one, but there's some beautiful images, and I think any of these, well, that's kind of creepy there with just a block out of his head, but I think a lot of these could be used. You just put a frame around them like that. That's beautiful. Just put a frame around it and call it done. Where was that one? I was there. Yeah, that's another great one. I could see these in any uh, armed services recruitment office. There's another one that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And hats off to our veterans if anybody is a veteran. So yeah, absolutely amazing. Hey, Mike, do you happen to have anything that you would like to see? Throw some words out there in the chat. Let's see what we can come up with. I have this random word generator here, but it's kind of boring. It's ice, promote, and ride. I mean, you do it, and then it gives you stuff. You can get all kinds of stuff, but the images never really come out. They don't really move me. Would be a good word, I think. Um, I think the when you put thought behind something instead of just random words like that, uh, you're going to get a much better understanding of or a much better image that's more art focused. So let's just see what this one is. Illustrate an artistic composition of a majestic ice castle rising from a frozen enchanted lake. Apply an artistic touch using a color palette that evokes a sense of wonder. Frame it as a panoramic view with a wide angle lens to emphasize the grandeur of the ice castle. Okay, see what we get. Yeah, I got to get his. He sent me his pictures. I got to get his pictures cut down in Photoshop to get rid of all the phone stuff on the edge. Um, and then I'll do that. I'll get after it tonight. Let's see. How about Silver Surfer in space melting? Okay, let's do that. Silver Surfer, space and melting. And there we go. I think the best thing about this, or what I love the most about this, is that there are so many different things to look at, right? I mean, every single one of these is depicted differently, though similar, and that's pretty there. I like how the ice and the water just kind of mix. Um, but it gives you you don't just focus on one thing. You can go anywhere and everywhere and stare at these images. Oh crap! To get an idea of what it is, I'm removing the background because I accidentally hit that. That's one thing I'm not a big fan of. Uh, yeah, see, I just wasted five. Now, granted, I have a lot to waste, but if I was someone who was a token miser and I just clicked on it to open it up to see it bigger, it when you hover over it, you get this little tool thing that opens up with it. And sometimes if you click too fast, you'll click it, and it costs you 5 tokens. Pretty much anytime you do it, and you just wasted 5 tokens. So that's something to be very mindful of. Just pay attention whenever you're using it. Try and click at the top and not at the bottom, um, and that'll definitely help. Let's see what we got for your Silver Surfer. Create a photorealistic image of the Silver Surfer, the cosmic superhero, soaring through the depths of space with his silver board. Capture the intricate details of his metallic suit and the vastness of the cosmic landscape. Render this in high resolution to convey the majesty of his journey. Cool. Of course, the high resolution that they have isn't high enough for me, so I'm going to bump that way up. And whenever it does this, I don't know if it's necessary or not. To me, whenever it underlines red like that, it means that it doesn't know what that word is. So what I usually do is I put a hyphen in there, and that takes that red underline out. And I think it actually does help make it understand photorealistic. Now, whether or not it does or not, I really couldn't tell you. I have experimented both ways, and both ways I've got what I was looking for. So however you want to do it, I think it's probably fine either way. And I have a feeling that as much photorealistic imagery as we make, AI will understand what photorealistic as one word altogether it means. So let's see what this does. Oh, this was supposed to be photorealistic. Let me put this on photography, see if it makes a difference. So we got an illustration version and a photography version. And I'll get the other one going here next too. Let's do an artistic. Illustrate an artistic interpretation of the Silver Surfer as he navigates through a surreal, colorful, and melting. Oh, we finally got melting there. Cosmic nebula. Apply an artistic touch using vibrant swirling colors. Frame it as a close-up. And all the rest of that camera stuff. Close-up shot with a wide-angle lens to emphasize the cosmic chaos. This one we want to change to illustration. Bam! Look at there. That one's pretty cool, huh? He's kind of melted into his board a little bit. That he just doesn't have one or whatever that is. Okay. Okay. He's doing an airwalk. That might be the best one there, eh? But he's facing the wrong direction, it looks like. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, not very good. Not in tune with his board. That's the best one, but again, it's in reverse. It looks like it's flying backwards. All right, what else is there? We did that one, metallic suit. Okay, we got to generate this. Boom. Now let's get this one. Another photorealistic one. Again with the hyphen. Crystalline, standing on a celestian crystalline asteroid in a vacuum of space. All right, now at least he's just standing, so that might help. Capture the intricate reflections of his silver skin, the icy details of the asteroid's surface. Put it in 64K and let it fly. Okay, we're getting there. That one seems to be okay, huh? Pretty cool. Weird face. But the hands seem to be all right. Okay, we'll go for this last one here. What do we have? Illustrate an artistic scene where the silver surfer's metallic form is slowly melting into a pool of liquid. All right, this seems better. Amidst the vastness of space, apply an artistic interpretation using a surreal and dreamlike color palette. Frame it as a high-angle view with a fisheye lens to emphasize the transformative nature of the scene. We'll do that. Well, look at there. You get a disco ball that goes along with him. Yeah, these are pretty good. There's that little bit of pool that they were talking about. Again. That one's much better, huh? Got it surrounding all over. That's really cool. And that one, too. Really cool images. Sucks that I have to get all the way out of this thing to be able to blow those up so you can see them well enough. Whoa. Okay. I don't know if anybody has ever, anybody else is from Houston if you watch this. Back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, there used to be a radio station down there called 101 KLOL. And that was their logo, was just this metallic head. And it had like a sound wave going across it, like through its ears. It was a pretty cool design. I remember being a kid and absolutely just loving it. Of course, you'd stick it on every notebook when you go to school, and you know. Cool. What else do we have? Giant sitting on a mountain looking over a valley. All right. Giants, mountain, looking over a valley. Let's do that. I'm just going to do it as a whole phrase. Giants sitting on a mountain cliff. Let's do that with their legs hanging over. That's a better option. Giants sitting on a mountain cliff. Overhang. How about that? Mountain overhang. Looking down into the valley below. Let's see what it does. create a, there we go again, photorealistic image of colossal giants seated on a mountain overhang, their massive forms silhouetted against the setting sun. Capture intricate details of their features and expressions as they gaze down into the serene valley below. Render in high resolution, 64K, to convey the grandeur of the giants and the beauty of the landscape. This is going to be photorealistic. Let's change it to photography and hit go. And we'll come down and get an artistic one. And replace this one. Illustrate an artistic interpretation of giants sitting on a mountain overhang overlooking a mystical valley. Apply an artistic touch using a color palette that blends earthy tones with magical hues. Frame it as a close-up shot with a wide-angle lens to emphasize the giants' connection to the enchanting surroundings. And this is going to be an illustration. Wow. I guess that's probably the best one there. A big old giant just sitting over there, hanging out with his buddy. They all look like they're made of rock. I don't know what happened to his legs. Yeah, they all look like they're made of rock, huh? Let's see what the artistic interpretation is. I guess a photorealistic image of giants is a bit hard to do, seeing as, photos are for real. And these don't really depict giants at all, do they? Because there's no scale to put them against. Still cool imagery, but just not, they just look like normal people. And all of their faces are pretty messed up too. Huh. What else you got? It's like shaking the magic 8-ball. I agree completely. Yeah, sometimes you get them and sometimes you don't. I could run this again and change one word and everything's going to be different. Let's see. Illustrate an artistic interpretation of giants sitting on a mountain overhang overlooking a mystical valley. Apply an artistic touch using a color palette that blends earthy tones with magical hues. Frame it as a close-up shot with a wide-angle lens to emphasize the giants' connection to the enchanting surroundings. So let's do let's try that. Apply an artistic touch using reds that blend with earthy tones. I don't really care about the magical hues. And let's see what that does. Another illustration. And what are we going to get? Come on, come on. That old book from the 70s. What old book are you talking about? The only old book from the 70s I can think of was an album cover called Left Overture by Kansas. This one looks all right. I love the reds. Very cool. Yeah, really cool. Still can't tell they're giants, but I absolutely love the colors on this one. Oh, a book about the Giants. Yeah. Let's see. Let's just make something, right? Let's just do a prompt on our own. Let's see if we can do this. So we want the prompt to be. Let's see. Artistic illustration of a humpback whale. Oops. Artistic illustration of a humpback whale giving humans a ride atop its back across a calm sunset ocean. There we go. Render style. Let's do this in like a Studio Ghibli. How do I spell that? I think it's Ghibli. Something like that. Maybe it's without the hyphen. Studio Ghibli. No. Well, I'm going to leave it anyway. Studio Ghibli. Iridescent color palette. $64K. Just see what it does. Yeah, you can get pretty entranced in these images, that's for sure. Let's see if my prompt would be any better than this one. What did I have? Humpback whale giving humans a ride atop its back. Sunset, calm ocean. Okay, calm ocean. Humpback whale giving people a ride. Good enough. I didn't do the sunset part. That's right. I would say that's definitely a fail. There's one where people are on it, and it's got a random fin coming out of places that it shouldn't come out of. And they're going to get squashed. They're going to get squashed. They're going to get squashed. Let's see what this does. They got the hiccups again. Photorealistic image of a tranquil, calm ocean during a sunset with a majestic humpback whale gently carrying people on its back. Capture the serene atmosphere, the details of the whale's skin, and the joyful expressions of the riders. Render in high resolution. What do? 64K. To convey the peacefulness of this extraordinary encounter. It will be photorealistic. Let's try and do photography and see what happens. And we'll also do a dynamic for the color. Where are we at? Well, we're moving on down. 4 days, 8,000 tokens. What are we going to get? Yeah, they could be on a kid's wall. I agree. Yeah, none giving any rides. Well, this one's kind of giving rides, huh? Huh. That looks painful. And what are these going to do? Oh, okay. Very cool. Yeah, no rides. But I kind of imagine there wouldn't be any on a photorealistic. Let's see what we can find out of artistic image prompt here. Illustrate an artistic interpretation of a surreal scene where a humpback whale gracefully carries people through a calm ocean. Apply an artistic touch using a pastel color palette to create a dreamlike ambiance. Frame it as a close up shot with a wide angle lens to emphasize the magical connection between the whale and the writers. But I want gracefully carries people through a calm ocean during a magical sunset. Then it'll play that pastel color off of the sunset. We'll leave it at dynamic and we'll see what that does. Was there another artistic one? Yes. Illustrate an artistic scene where a humpback whale surrounded by a serene pastel colored ocean carries people on its back in a peaceful dance. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I've tried dancing before and things go crazy. Really, the only thing I've ever seen it do really well for when it comes to dancing are like ballet moves. Um, a woman standing on on her tippy toes and doing a leg out kind of a thing. It does that kind of stuff really well. Actually, I think I've seen a Spanish flamenco dancer thing really well as well. Um, what the heck is going on there? You're all going to be knocked out, if not killed. Very cool. I mean, I'm not getting anything like I'm wanting, but it is what it is. We're just wasting tokens. What else we got? Pirates of the Caribbean, ghost pirates, barnacles, and baby squid. Okay, let's see what we can do. Um, Davy Jones. Captain Jack Sparrow. The Black Pearl. What are we going to get with this one? I have a feeling these are going to turn out pretty good because they're very well known, and the places that it goes out to find information, it's going to find. Create a photo, a lot of information. Create a photorealistic image of the infamous Davy Jones, the cursed captain of the Flying Dutchman, standing on the deck of his eerie ship. Capture the intricate details of his tentacle beard and barnacle covered features. Render in high resolution to convey an eerie atmosphere of the ghostly vessel. Photography. Actually, you know what? Let's do this one as a reel, as a photo reel, and we'll make it portrait. Bam. What's the next one? Another photo reel here. Create a photorealistic image of the Black Pearl, a legendary pirate ship sailing through treacherous waters under the command of Captain Jack Sparrow. Capture the intricate details of the ship's rigging, the stormy sea, and the determination in Captain Jack's eyes. Render in 64K to convey the adventure and danger of the high seas. Bam. Do that one too. This is apparently him before he went barnacled. Although they're trying to give the tentacles of the beard. Still not bad though. The hands are good. Face looks good. It reminds me more of a Blackbeard. What was that one movie that he was in with Cheech and Chong where he had those little firecrackers or whatever in his beard that would they just crackle like smoke? I can't remember what that guy's name was. I think it might have been Blackbeard. What was the Corsican Brothers or something like that? I think that movie was called. Holy shit, I can't really. That brings back memories. And the Black Pearl. Of course, there's no Captain Jack, but that looks pretty damn good. All of these look pretty damn good. I mean, each one of these could be put in a frame and hung on a wall without fail. I mean, every one of those are absolutely beautiful. Wow. I wonder what any of the, let's see what any of these other illustration ones. An artistic interpretation of Captain Jack Sparrow and Davy Jones engaged in a dramatic face-off on the deck of the Black Pearl. Apply an artistic touch using a palette of bold and contrasting colors to evoke an essence of pirate lore. Frame it as a close-up shot with a wide-angle lens to emphasize the intensity of the encounter. All right, let's see what that does. Do what you got to do. Oh, that's not supposed to be photoreal. We got to turn prompt magic back on. We're going to put this to illustration. Let's drop it to landscape and shoot it again. Another one, illustrate an artistic scene with the Black Pearl. And Mike, if you see any of these images that you just absolutely have to have, let me know, buddy, and I'll make sure you get them. I can put them up on my Google Drive, and you can download them from there, or I can post them out on the Discord, whichever. It doesn't really matter. And you can do whatever you want with them. You know, send them, turn it in and get a T-shirt made, or whatever. There's all kinds of companies out there that'll do whatever you want with whatever image you give them. Let's see what this does. All right, a little Jack Sparrow. Not bad. Resembles Depp. That's a little more off. Again, resembles Depp. And he even has kind of his walk. Kind of two depths. Two depths. Two depths. Very cool. Yeah, Corsican Brothers. Yeah, that would be a good image, actually. The bullfighter popping, or a bullfighter with this red, whatever the hell they call that, blanket. I don't know what they call that thing. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they exchanged each other's feelings. Yeah, not their best movie, but still funny nonetheless. Oh, we had some here where they were doing stuff, huh? Let's see. Pretty good. I don't like the double depths. Like there's enough depths with just one of them. We don't need another. I don't know what's up there, but the rest of this image is pretty badass. I don't know what that is either. I love the storminess of it and how just the darkness. It's very brooding, I think is a good word. Yeah, here we go with those things up here again. I don't know what's going on with that. It's cool looking though. Yeah, any of these could be used. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. What else do we have? The bullfighter. That's right, bullfighter. Yeah, it's too bad they didn't make any more of those, huh? The bullfighter. I can't remember the name of that thing that he uses. I'll just say a bullfighter. Bullfighter at work. Stadium crowd bull. Ole! Let's see what we can get out of this one. Photorealistic. I love the photorealistic stuff when they can be real. Oops. Like this. Photorealistic image capturing the intense moment of a skilled bullfighter at work, poised with a red. Yeah, there's the word muleta. Huh? Poised with a red muleta in a stadium filled with a roaring crowd, capture the sweat on the bullfighter's brow and the determination in her eyes. Render in high quality, 64 resolution, to convey the energy of the bullfight. We're going to do this in photoreal, and let's make it portrait. Go to town. And let's get this next photorealistic one here so I don't change the other settings and see what we can get with it. Create a photorealistic image showcasing a dramatic moment in a bullfight with the bull charging towards the skilled bullfighter in a packed stadium. See, this is more what we're looking for. Capture the detail of the bull's musculature and the tension in the crowd's face. Zzz. Render in high resolution, 64K, to convey the danger and excitement of the event. Now here, when you're in photoreal, you have a few options here. You can do cinematic, creative, vibrant, or just none. I like leaving it on the cinematic. It draws a bit more, yeah, there we go. Like, hey, I just did my job without getting horned. That's pretty much the only one too, huh? All the rest of them are a little messed up or not really fully in frame. So let's try and see what this one does. This one's going to be more the action anyway, with the bull charging through. I'm looking forward to that one. Let's see if any of these artistic ones sound good. Illustrate an artistic interpretation of a bullfighter's elegant dance with a bull in a sunlit stadium with the crowd's anticipation palpable. Apply an artistic touch using vibrant colors to convey a passion and intensity of the spectacle. Frame it as a close-up shot with a wide-angle lens. The other one is artistic scene with a bullfighter in a surreal stadium engages symbolic dance with a bull amidst a sea of vibrant abstract colors. I think I'd rather this one. Sometimes when you get into the abstract side of things, it just ends up becoming triangles and rectangles, and you can't really tell the difference in what image it is you're trying to portray. But he just jumped on the back there. Oh, I'm done. Now none of them have the red, the muleta as they called it. That's about the best we got. But there's no muleta. And what are all these people doing in the field? So, yeah, not really good on this one. We'd have to really kind of get it down. All right, we'll have to fine tune this one to get it to what we want. Olé! I mean, that's probably the best we got there. I just wish it had some kind of red muleta, you know. Actually, let's try this. We're going to see if we can have some fun. I got Photoshop open right now. So we are going to copy this image into Photoshop, and I'm going to put a red Moletta in there and see if it works. Get rid of that back image. So I'm just going to take this little tool here, which is the lasso tool, and I want some kind of red. Red Muletta. Is that what it was called? Muletta. I think that's what it was called. Where are we at? No, it was in here, wasn't it? Muleta. Muleta. Oh, yeah, I'm in Photoshop. Muleta. Okay, I got it right. Now let's see what it does. Let's see if it generates a red Muletta. Not really. No. No. I don't even know what that is. So that doesn't work. Let's try it again here. Red sash. Let's see if that works. Better. Huh? There we go. Now it's starting to look like there's something there, right? Now he just dropped it because he's scared and he's moving out the way, right? That's what that looks like to me. Pretty cool. So there's our bullfighter bullfighting, right? It's got a weird head there though, kind of, huh? It's like his ears gigantoloid. Let's fix a little bit of that. Bring that down to here. That. And just say remove. And that should fix this pretty easily. There we go. That looks a little better, huh? Yeah, that looks a lot better. We'll do that one. You just take those and merge them down, and there's your photo. Pretty good. Awesome. What else do we have? Let's see. All those pics on a wall in a Mexican restaurant. I mean, nothing is wasted, really. That's true. Muletta, much better. Yeah, looks natural. Yeah. Hi, Cashew. Good to see you. We're having some fun. Throw some words out at me. Tell me what you want to see. What you got? Oh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I got about another 15 minutes or so. How about firefighter putting out fire? Sweat? Okay. Firefighter fighting a fire. Firefighter fighting a fire in full uniform next to a fire truck with a Dalmatian with a Dalmatian standing in front of it. How about that? That sounds good. And yes, it knows what a Dalmatian is. I don't know why it underlines that. Let's see what we can get. Create a photorealistic image capturing the heroic moment of a firefighter in full uniform battling a raging fire beside a fire truck with a loyal Dalmatian standing courageously in front of it. Render in high resolution. What render do I go? 64, not 864. I don't think that's a thing. To convey the intensity of the firefighting scene and the details of the Dalmatian's fur. We're also going to keep this as a photo reel, just why not? And I might even turn it landscape photo reel. And let's see what the other photorealistic one is. Create a photorealistic image depicting a dramatic moment where a fighter clad in full gear directs a powerful stream of water from a hose at a blazing fire. Show the fire truck nearby and a Dalmatian watching attentively. Render in high resolution, 64K, to convey the urgency and action of the firefighting effort. Boom. Let's do that one again in the landscape. I mean, come on. I mean, come on. All of those. It's not really Dalmatian-like. It's more pit bully, terrier, but it's got the fur. And these are fantastic. I don't know why the fire truck is on fire. This is a when work goes wrong moment right there. Yeah, that's a huge Dalmatian. That isn't a Dalmatian. These are great images. What do we have here? Oh, look, a Dalmatian dressed up as a fire dude. It doesn't get any better than that. I mean, that right there is photo worthy, right? That you can put on a wall in a fire station somewhere. It's awesome. Here we go. That's a Dalmatian. That's much better. Couple of Dalmatians. Oh man. They just get better and better, don't they? Fantastic. Playing with his hose. You got to hold on to it, dude. Look at the water here. Good Lord. They're causing a flood. Wow. Yeah, save here. Look, full on flood. And there, I don't know what. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, all of these. What the heck? It's just a full on flood. I don't get the flooding part. Let's turn off the photo reel, turn on the prompt magic, and we'll do a couple of those artistic ones. Artistic interpretation of a firefighter amidst swirling flames, working diligently to control a fire next to a vibrant red fire truck with a proud Dalmatian by their side. Cool. This one looks good. And we're going to change our model this particular time. And let's change it from an absolute reality to something more colorful. Like Dream Shaper is kind of a colorful one. Let's hit that one. And then we're going to drop it to 3D animation as well, just to see what will happen. This should give us like a Pixar style animation render, which are fun in their own right. Sometimes they can get a little old. We had a challenge not too long ago for anthropomorphic animals or creatures or something riding motorcycles. I think it was like beasts on bikes, something like that, and it was a lot of fun. Motorcycles are another thing that Leo has a hard time creating. It does a good job with a lot of it, but sometimes it doesn't put the forks in the right place. All right. That's fantastic. Yeah. All right, let's see what the 3D stuff is. When firemen go postal, that's right. Hydrant aimed towards the toward the fire. Yeah, no, right. Navy SEAL frogmen, sealmen and frogmen saboteurs. Huh. Yeah, see, this one kind of made it a little more on the Pixar style of things. I could see that on a PBS cartoon. You know, this one too. Really cute. Truck's on fire, but really cute. All right, let's check out your. What was that one? Let's see. Got to get back to it. Fireman calendars. That's a good idea. Navy SEAL frogmen, and we're gonna do this as the 3D anime, right? So let's see. U.S. Navy SEAL frogmen as Pixar style characters performing I before E leavable unbelievable acts of heroism. Yeah, let's see if it makes them frogmen. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. That's why I wanted to do the Pixar style. Well, we're going to get 4 artistic because there's no once you put in Pixar, it realizes because of the way I have my prompt written, my prompt generator, that you can't have real when you use Pixar in your prompt. So let's see what this says. It'll illustrate an artistic scene featuring Pixar-style U.S. Navy SEAL frogmen characters performing an extraordinary act of heroism. Show them in a whimsical yet heroic setting where they use teamwork and creativity to overcome a challenging situation. Apply Pixar's signature animation style and vibrant colors to bring the characters to life. We're going to leave it at dynamic, and we're also going to leave it on the 3D animation, and let's see what we get. And I'm just going to start running these because they're all going to be about the same, I believe, just doing different stuff. An imaginative and heartwarming illustration of Pixar-style U.S. Navy SEAL frogmen characters displaying incredible bravery. Depict them in a playful yet heroic scenario where they save the day in a creative and endearing way. Cool. And then the next one. Illustrate a Pixar-style montage of U.S. Navy SEAL frogmen characters performing unbelievable acts of heroism. Showcase a series of heart-pounding and heartwarming moments where these characters go above and beyond to protect and serve. You got it. Still burning. There we go. I knew it. Frogmen. How awesome is that? Huh? I don't like the fact that there's water underwater. That bothers me a lot when it does that. This one's a little better. This one still, it's water inside of water. And this is a lot better. Leo has a problem with water, depicting water creatures. It'll always do water underneath where they're standing. Yeah, all of these. See how there's like they're wading through water even though they're in water. But they're still great images. I mean, there's a couple in here. This one here in particular. Fix a couple of faces maybe. But other than that, pretty good. Yeah, same thing. In water, but they're in water. This one's pretty cool with flags. Oh, man. That one's got a ship behind them and a fort, a couple helis. That one looks, they just look happy as happier than all get out right there, don't they? We still got some burning, and we got one more set to do, don't we? Control V. Artistic and inspiring scene where Pixar-style U.S. Navy Frogman characters embark on an epic adventure filled with heroism and camaraderie. Depict them in a larger-than-life scenario where they demonstrate courage and resilience. You got it. Let's see how these are. All right. They're in water, but not in water. This one's in water and in water. There we go. That looks pretty good. You dropped your rifle. Your faces are weird. Your faces are weird. Yeah, there's a couple of them in there that are really good. I like this one. And let's see what this last one does. And I got to get. We got down to 7,300. A little more than, almost 7,400. We're doing well. We got 4 more days. I'll probably go live again tomorrow. Well, I'm going to go live pretty much every day till these are gone. Or until the time expires and I lose them. Probably around the 3 o'clock time frame is when I'll go live. 3 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And kind of froggy, but not really froggy, but pretty cool still. So yeah, there's about a good 30 minutes or so before you guys showed up, Mike, before you showed up, where I was just creating a bunch of stuff. So if you want to go back and watch that, feel free. And thank you guys for the inspiration. I absolutely love the ideas, Mike. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.